All right, we are back. We are back. Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go ahead and start first with Future and Drake. I want to start there first because, child, this is where this all starts from. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Shout out to everyone that's watching this. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So a few weeks ago, Nori, for those of my hip hop fans that actually keeps up with like the podcast, I told you guys, if you're not new here, one of my problematic faves is Joe Budden, one of my favorite hip hop blogs. But he did share a long time ago what Nori had said from Drink Champs. Allegedly, Future and Drake, he already said they had some drama behind the scenes. Now, he speculated it had to do with Drake doing a joint collab with 21 Savage, because apparently, I think, everything's allegedly terrorism or for entertainment purpose, all that. They were saying that, Future was mad because he said like that put a dampened his and Drake's collab, and by him like doing these collab with these other artists, like collab albums, that just really makes it so theirs is not anything special. Now, it was also rumored that they were supposed to do What a Time to Be Alive Part 2, but Drake backed out, right? Well, fast forward to this awesome album, by the way, that Future did collabing with Metro Boomin. For those of you that don't know, Drake and Metro Boomin actually had beef. Have you guys seen that funny meme of Drake going up close to the camera? That original video was him responding to Metro Boomin, because Metro Boomin, I guess, had made some type of comments, and then Metro Boomin responded back with a funny meme or whatever to Drake, but Drake basically called him out a little bit. For those of you who don't know, Metro Boomin and Future are really, really close. You hear when in every tagline, Metro Boomin, the producer, if young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you, and all that stuff, right? All right, so let's get into it. So fast forward, Future actually took some digs on his first track. I can't think of the name right now, but it's a really good album. I definitely suggest you guys check it out. And he took some shots at Drake, basically saying ain't no friendship. He alluded to this being all over a girl, kind of. You've been talking behind my back, all that. Like he called him out like you're a fan. For you to be talking behind my back, this and that. Drake walked out of his concert last night or the night before to a Future song, basically saying, I can't believe you let a girl come between us type stuff. It's some song about Future saying that. So there's been rumors that Future and Drake, all of this is behind a woman. Like the rumor on the mill is Drake was pillow talking to a girl that they was mutually messing with. And actually, that's, it got back to Future. Now, I don't know if that's true, but we're going to pull a child, and then we're going to get into Kendrick, Drake, and all of that. You know what I said? Drake is going through his Queen era. We're all my Nicki fans. I put that about Community Wall. I feel like he's going through his quote-unquote Queen era. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Messi, he has everybody coming up against him. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's first get into Drake and Future. Where does this beef stem from? Shout out to my fellow barbs. Well, tell me, Spirit, where does this beef stem from? Where does this beef stem from? Okay. Oh, it's a lot of things this stem from. Let me go ahead. I want to pull less cards. I don't need all these cards. Where does this beef stem from? Yeah, I think the rumors of it having to do with pillow talking has something to do with it. I definitely feel like that. I feel like in front of everything, this is the energy I'm getting from Drake. Okay, this is the energy, and I'm picking up. This is what Future is thinking. Also, Rick Ross unfollowed Drake. So I'm getting like Drake is one way, and like in front of everybody, like he gives Future praise, but behind the scenes, he may not rock with him as much. I'm getting a sense like there are some things that Future has gotten privy to, and I do feel like it has to do with something the girl has said. But I feel like is it romantic? Is it romantic? I don't feel like are they fighting over a girl? No, but I feel like it may have gotten to them. I don't know why I keep hearing like, do they go to the same braider or hairstylist or something of that nature? I don't know why I keep hearing that. Like, someone they got that's mutual been like sharing the tea. And it got back to Future. Yeah, I feel like Drake has said some disparaging things about Future, but I also feel like it has to do with why he won't do a part 2 of the album. Spirit is telling me Future do need to take some responsibility as to why there may have been some things that Future is not taking responsibility for. But yeah, as a whole, I am picking up that Drake has been caught red-handed talking. Yeah, I'm getting like snake energy. I'm getting someone who says one thing in front of people but doesn't like really stand on it. Like he feels some type of way. And I feel like Drake, that might be your downfall because you do talk and your team does leak stuff. So yeah, it got back to Future. Also, a money deal fell through is what Spirit is saying. I feel like this is the energy that I'm getting. I'm getting a sense that Drake promised him that he was going to do a part 2 to what's the album? I actually like that album. The joint album they did, What a Time to Be Alive. Drake promised he was going to come through on that, but then snaked him and end up doing something with 21 Savage. Does Future have a problem with 21 Savage? I don't feel like Future has a problem with 21 Savage, but he doesn't like the way that Drake played him. That's the energy that I'm getting when it comes to that. Yeah. Like he may say one thing, but then go behind the back and then talk mess. That's what I'm getting. Okay, how does Drake feel about the shots Future made? How does he feel? Now, I love me some Drake as a rapper. I've been following Drake since Degrassi days, and I do feel like, people are sleeping on Drake. I do feel like Drake needs this beef. From a hip-hop standpoint, Drake has gotten lazy with his music. The latest Scary Hours was cold, but Drake, because how, and I felt this way with Nicki, like Queen album was a good album, but Nicki kind of got complacent. You know how someone can win so much they get complacent? The reason why I feel like Pink Friday 2 was good is because Nicki got hungry again. I feel like this is what Drake needs. Drake needs to get hungry. He needs adversity in order to get hungry again. So I do feel like this is going to be good for Drake fans. Like I said, he's going through his Queen era. This is going to be good for Drake fans because I feel like, he needs that adversity. Justice for Queen too. Okay, let's get off of Nicki because I feel like he didn't get the proper, love because of everything. But yeah, let's get into Drake. How does Drake feel about Future calling him out? How does Drake feel? I feel like he kind of knew it was coming. He kind of knew it was coming a little bit. feel like a lot of people, like the industry, a lot of people know before things are going to come out. So he kind of knew what was coming. He's not easy about it. How does Drake feel? I will say this, Drake, and I predicted that Drake was going to get into a lot of beefs in my last Drake video. I do feel like Drake is coming, but Drake, I do want to warn you, I feel like there's going to be a lot more people that's going to come out and speak to the stuff that they say you do. Like I said, get ready for your Queen era. Drizzy fans, welcome to the Queen era. Drake is going to respond to Gods and Goddesses the Future. He's thinking on how he's going to approach this, and I feel like he is going to respond. Now, I do feel like the single is going to get some traction. I definitely feel like that. Let's see. What's going to be the overall reception of Drake responding in the future? Let me just get confirmation. Let's get confirmation. Will Drake respond to Future? He's going to respond to Future. Will it be really soon? Yes, I don't know. I see Drake jumping on a remix, or Drake is going to respond to Future. He is going to respond to Future. Let's see. How would the public feel? Because I don't know if you guys were noticing, Drake has a steady fan base, but I do notice like he's not necessarily in favor of everyone. But let's see. How would the public respond to Drake's response to Future? I keep hearing Drake is going to black out. Okay, so I do feel like some of the fans may be disappointed in his response to Drake. Let's see. Well, he's definitely going to talk about his. Yeah, he might actually have someone jump on the track with him. How would the public respond to this? Yeah, I don't. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting that Drake is already. If I have to be honest with you, you got people in the industry waiting already to say it's not going to be good. And I feel like Drake may be disappointed in the outcome. He may be disappointed in the outcome. I feel like some of his fans or some people may be disappointed in him, how he responds to Future. I'm just going to be real with you. He may not get the love that he thinks responding to Future. Yeah, I feel like it's not going to be. Child, what I tell you? Did I say welcome to his Queen era? Let's see. How would the song perform though? How would the song perform? I feel like it's going to do good because it's Drake, but I definitely feel like it's not going to get the reception that he wants. He may be disappointed. I feel like for the most part, people are going to, they may be like, oh, you lost this one with Future. I'm getting a sense of that. How will his and Future relationship end? Or will they get back cool? Let's see. Do you guys think that Drake is going to win this battle? I feel like the public is turning against Drake, if I have to be honest with you. I'm just getting energy like the public is turning against Drake. There's someone that's going to try to bring them together. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a while. I feel like they're going to be beefed out for a little bit, but there's someone who's going to try to bring them together and squash the beef. I do feel like that will happen, but I don't feel like it's going to be completely squashed. But I feel like there's going to be someone who's going to try to bring them back together and squash the beef, gods and goddesses. Okay. All right. So that's Drake and Future, child. Let's go ahead and move on to, last but not least, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. Let me tell you, as a hip hop fan, I've been waiting for this. Now, I will tell you this, gods and goddesses. Tell me who your order is. My order for the best rapper for me, who I'm a fan of, is J. Cole, number 1. J. Cole for me is number 1. Drake is number 2. And Kendrick is number 3. I'm going to be real with you. I do feel like they're the top 3. And then, of course, Nicki is number 4. Like, female rapper. But if I have to be real, as far as whose projects I listen to, whose music I resonate with more, it will be J. Cole. J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers. For those of you who don't know, I just adore J. Cole. And then Drake. I grew up with Drake. Like I said, I've been watching him since Degrassi. I've been listening to him since Replacement Girl and all that. And then Kendrick for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Kendrick is an amazing rapper. He and proved himself on this latest disc as usual. He always shows up. But as far as projects, I like his projects, but I don't resonate with it as much as I do the other two. Okay. But yeah, let me know who your 3 is. I'm curious to hear from you all. And whichever order. But yeah. So Kendrick came on. What's the name of the track? Like That. Future released on the same Metro Boomin album, which is really good. Metro Boomin and Future. He released a song featuring Kendrick Lamar. And let me tell you, Kendrick came in with the guns blazing. Now, I will say this. Looking at the lyrics to First Person Shooter, and then looking at the lyrics to this, I don't know if you guys caught it. Kendrick is actually responding. Think of it from like a rapper brain. I'm glad was it Ice brought that up on the Joe Budden podcast? Kendrick was actually responding. I know people think he's just coming out the blue. He's not. If you go back to First Person Shooter, Cole took some shots. He took some shots, especially when he started talking about. First, he did give props to K-Dot, the big 3. But if you go further in the verse, when he started talking about everybody steppers, so I guess they like breakfast or something like that. I can't think of the line. I'll try to put it on my community wall later. But Cole took some shots. So really, technically, Kendrick is responding. Now, it does look like Kendrick had more smoke for Drake, but he also had a little bit for Cole. Child is getting spicy. I do want to point out, too, when it comes to male rap, because I'm all here for the beef. Do you guys notice when it's the men beefing, no one brings up age or anyone being too old or that's taking it too far? But when it's a certain someone, especially in female rap, especially when it comes to Nicki, I just got to throw that out there. I just got to throw that out there. You notice how it's a different response. But yeah, that's neither here or there. Okay, so some of you asked some questions onto why does Kendrick dislike Drake so much. For those of you who don't know the history, this beef between Kendrick and Drake goes far back since Control. When Kendrick made that song with Big Sean, Control. And then Drake went on an interview and responded basically like who's going to want to work with him after that. Drake took offense to that. Now, where it comes to J. Cole, I don't know. There was supposed to be a joint project between J. Cole and Kendrick, but it never happened. So I'm not sure where all of that really comes from, where that beef stems from, but there's something there. So let's ask, how does the guys feel? Let's see. How does Drake feel about Kendrick's response? Let's start with Drake first. How does Drake feel about Kendrick's response? guys like Kendrick's how did you like this? I was like, oh my gosh, I liked it. My only critique of Kendrick though is I need you to be outside more, Kendrick, because don't drop this and then we don't see you for another 2 years. That's my only thing about Kendrick. You know, he's very introspective. That's my only critique about Kendrick. Like, if you're gonna go all the way, let's do it. Let's see. How does Drake feel about Kendrick's response? Now, supposedly Drake been taking shots at Kendrick low-key too. So, let's see. How does Drake feel about Kendrick's response? Because he sure lit him up. He's definitely not happy with it. He's definitely not happy with the response. Let's see. Yeah. Drake is not, I don't care what he portrays, he does feel some way about this. I don't think he was expecting this completely. Let's see. How does Drake feel about this response? Yeah. I will say this. Drake is working. Drake is cooking. He's thinking about how he's going to respond. I do feel like he's going to respond. I'm definitely getting that. Drake is definitely going to respond. Yeah. This is going to push Drake into his creative bag. I will say this. Like I said, for my Drake fans, he needs this because I feel like this is going to make him hungry again. So I definitely am getting a sense. On one hand, I can see Drake not feeling this, but from a fan standpoint, oh yeah. From a fan standpoint, this is definitely going to push Drake into his creative bag. I'm definitely getting that. He's coming. He's coming. Drake is definitely coming. Okay, how does J. Cole feel about this? I just love me some Cole, goddesses. That's like, all I want to do is see Cole on tour one time because I heard he gives a good show. That's my goal. See Cole on tour one time. Okay. How does J. Cole feel about this? How does J. Cole feel about... How does J. Cole feel? Okay. I don't know why J. Cole kind of feels like Kendrick is broke or he's like, let me see. It's like you needed clout, you needed to do this. Let's see. How does J. Cole feel about Kendrick? J. Cole is writing his response right now, guys and goddesses. I feel like J. Cole is in his happy place right now. J. Cole's been waiting for a challenge. If I have to be real with you, Cole's been waiting for a challenge like this. He actually has been. Yeah, he's not hurt about this at all. He's not even taking this personal. He's looking at this as like a rap. Like, he's been waiting for something like this, if I have to be honest with you. So he is working on something. I wouldn't be surprised if J. Cole right now is twisting his dreads, right, and making something up right now. I feel like he's been wanting this. He's been actually wanting this. Let's see. Will Drake respond? Let's start here. Will there be a response from Drake? Yes, there will be a response from Drake. There will be a response from Drake. Okay. Will there be a response from J. Cole? There will definitely be a response for J. Cole. Yes, there will definitely be a response from both of the guys. Will Kendrick Lamar respond back? Let's see. Will Kendrick Lamar respond back? Yes, he's going to respond back. He's definitely going to respond back. Okay, let's see how the public is going to feel. Who's going to come out on top of this beef? Let's start with Drake. Let's start with Drake. How would Drake come out on top of this beef? Oh my gosh, you're going to Dreamville Fest? Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh. You got to give me some good pictures, Nisa, please. And if you meet J. Cole, you got to tell him I love him. No, but you got to get some good pictures. Okay. Let's see. You know how to hit me up. Send me the pictures, girl. Send me pictures. Okay. How will Drake come out this beef? How will people feel about Drake in this beef? I feel like people are going to be surprised by Drake, is what Spirit guys are saying. Yeah, people are going to be actually excited. I do feel like people may be surprised how Drake responds, actually. Yeah, this is what I will say. If you're counting Drake out, I wouldn't count him out just yet. I know a lot of people saying that Drake is not a what's the word? I can't say it right. He's not a good enough opponent for Kendrick. But I will say this. I do feel like people may be surprised how Drake responds, actually. Yeah, I feel like he might go a different direction. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like a full out crash out. I feel like people may actually like how Drake responds. And I will say this. Out of all the three of them who's been on the field in beef, I will say that Drake has the most experience with beef. He has been responding, with the exception of the Pusha T. I know people like to bring that up, but only reason why that Pusha T didn't go nowhere is because Kanye ran and Jay Prince and said, please don't put the diss out. But I do feel like we may be, because people are counting Drake out, they may actually be surprised with him responding. I feel like they may like it. Now, would it be Kendrick? I don't know, but I feel like people may like it. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, Drake needs this. Drake needs this challenge because he's gotten lazy. So I feel like, this may make him hungry again. If you haven't been really feeling Drake's music, I feel like this might be the turnaround that he actually needs. So I feel like people probably may not like his response with Future so much, but I feel like people may actually like his response to Kendrick. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. How would people respond to J. Cole's? Let's see. How would people respond to J. Cole's response? And I got another download about them I wrote down, so I'll get into that in a minute. How would people respond to J. Cole? Tell me who team you are. Who you guys think is going to win the beef? Put it in the comments below or in the chat here. I want to see what you guys are saying. Well, I will tell you this. Cole is playing this strategic. How will people respond to J. Cole's response? I feel like J. Cole's doing his research. There's going to be a lot of people that actually comes up for Cole. But Cole is going to act. Cole is going to be up for the challenge. Yeah. I don't know why I keep hearing that Drake and J. Cole may have been working on a joint project together. This is what Spirit is telling me. They may have plans to work on a joint project together. Um, let's see. Will the people be here for J. Cole's response? Will the people be here? I feel like the people will be here for J. Cole's response. The people will be here for J. Cole's response. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. They will be here for J. Cole's response. Okay. Okay, let's see. Wish we had the same response with female rap. Everybody's so I'm gonna tell you, I think that's because everybody know a lot of these girls can't match up and they can't rap, you know, so they feel like it's unfair for Nicki to go up against them. But no, that's, y'all need to get these girls to push their opinion. It ain't Nicki's fault that she good. But anyway, let me stop right now. Okay, let's see. How will the people react to Kendrick's response? I feel like Kendrick got something tucked away, guys and goddesses. I don't feel like this is just a one-off. I don't feel like that. Yeah, people are going to love how Kendrick responds. Yeah. I feel like people are going to love. So who's going to win out of the battle? Who's going to win? Let's see. Who's going to win? I can see Drake getting a lot of criticism, though, at the same time. Let's see. Because I told you, Drake is about to come up against a lot of criticism. I feel like Kendrick Lamar may come out the winner of this beef. I do feel like he may come out as the winner, the top of this beef. But I do feel like, will it be between him and Cole? Yes. I feel like him and Cole will be close. But I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like it's going to be one of those things. Somebody says this Drake karma in the comments for not helping Nicki work. What was Drake supposed to do with Nicki and her hate train, guys and goddesses? Y'all, you know what I think people forget? Yeah, these people on the same labels, but they are like co-workers. Do you get what I'm saying? They be like, it's like how when you work at a job, people be like, oh yeah, that's my family, or not my family, but like, you ever hear the CEOs be like, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm thinking of a random place, the Arby's family. They're not really like friends. I'm looking at the comments you guys left me under here. I don't think it's jealousy. It's not jealousy. This is just hip hop. You get what I'm saying? This is just hip hop. This is not karma against for Nicki. This is not none of that. This is just hip hop. These are some guys who had beef for a while. Okay. Now let me tell you what my download I got when it comes to the beef. There will be some type of peace treaty I'm getting, but not before they all drop their diss. I thought they're all gonna drop their diss. Everyone's gonna get their shit off. Like, if to be honest with you, I see that happening. But then afterwards, I do see someone stepping in and trying to make the guys make up. They don't do that with the women, but I do feel like somebody's gonna try to come in, get the guys to patch it up. And there's gonna be some type of peace treaty at the end of the day, but not before everyone drops their diss. So that's what I'm definitely getting. What do you guys think about this reading? Let me see what you guys are saying. You said Drake is gonna crash out. Kung Fu Kenny is the winner. Yeah, I feel like he's going to win. Seems like everyone is done with Drake. The Snake, Kendrick ended him. Yeah. I hope Nicki doesn't defend him because he never has her back anything. Yeah. Yeah, but guys and goddesses, that's what I have. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me.